F1 The Movie. It's that racing movie with Brad Pitt and Damson Idris. I don't have the plot synopsis written down, so I'll just tell you. It's about a has-been racer who was really, really good, went through a race car crash, and didn't race, except only to come back for like some money here and there, but kind of gave up on himself. And then an old friend of his, played by Javier Bardem, brings him back into the mix to be one of the 2 racers for this company called Apex. And if they don't place in the Formula One racing competition, then they will get rid of the racing team. And so these 2 don't get along, but maybe they will if they learn to work together. So, what did we think of this movie? Let's go over and say hi to Bucky. Bucky, how you doing? Bucky, what did we think about this racing movie that I am fully aware is a racing movie, that I don't care for racing, but I do care for Damson Idris, and I do care for Brad Pitt, and I do care for the director, Joseph Kosinski, who did Top Gun Maverick. What did I think of this film, a.k.a. Apple TV Plus's biggest movie ever? In theaters, anyway. Oh, that's good. Why old dude Poppin, you may ask? Well, it's because they constantly say, what's this old man doing here? It's fucking Brad Pitt. I get Brad Pitt. You do the math. He's been acting for like 40 years. It's crazy. Because for an old dude, still a handsome dude. It's Brad Pitt. But he does look pretty old. But like, not for, it's still Brad Pitt. But the entire film is like, what are you doing here, old man? Well, better get your cane, old man. You're an old man, old man. Old man. That was very annoying. I know we're supposed to start with pros, but I had to tell you, this movie's 2.5 hours long, which is a negative or a con for this film. It's way too long. There's a lot of shit in it that you don't need. But pros-wise, cinematography and editing should be nominated for Oscars. No lie. Did very, very great job. Again, this director did Top Gun Maverick, so he knows how to do the action scenes very well. He goes from flying to race car driving, and it's just as engaging. And seeing it in the theater was really, really cool as well, especially Dolby. Javier Bardem is very funny in it. Him and Brad Pitt are really good together. It made me want to retry the Counselor film starring them, Cameron Diaz, Michael Fassbender. I hear it's not very good. It's a Ridley Scott film. And I don't know if they did any other films together. I can't think of any that come to mind. But they had very good chemistry in the movie, and I wanted more of that. This actress, Carrie London, may not be a household name, but she was in The Banshees of Inisherin. I'm mispronouncing that, but you know what I'm talking about. It was with Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson. Very great film. And she was great in that, too. I think she was nominated for an Academy Award. She's excellent in this film as well. Damson Idris, very good in this, but underutilized and not really fleshed out. He just plays a spunky, young celebrity, and he feels threatened because Brad Pitt is coming in to race well, and he's scared that he's going to like take his job. So they instantly don't like each other, and they fucking bicker throughout the movie. They have really good scenes together. It's a lot of the same bickering. And the con is basically, there's a lot of corny scenes in this. Like, you know, Brad Pitt, get out of here, Brad Pitt. All right, I'm out of here. Good luck on the final race. And spoiler alert, he comes back to do the final race. And when they see him walking down, and they play like uplifting music, and he waves, and they're like, well, I'll be damned. Like, come on. It's 2025. We've seen this scene 1,000 times. Having said all that, very much worth seeing. I would say in the theaters, except for the length. You don't really need to see it in theaters. I changed my mind. The racing scenes are fucking sick, though. The racing scenes alone are worth the film. But is it worth sitting in a theater for 2.5 hours? It was fun, and the audience had fun with the movie. We were definitely all laughing together. But after a while, again, you're kind of laughing at the same thing, and you're realizing this is corny as shit. They keep like doing the same scene over and over again. Oh, a huge pro though is these kind of films where it's like they're a little rocky at first, but soon they'll find their way. They do bad and bad and bad in the beginning. You're like, yo, is this movie about them just failing? But slowly they figure out their shit. And that's pretty cool. And that makes a movie like more, I don't want to use the word endearing again because I already used it once tonight. And that's not the type of word to just drop twice in 1 hour. But it makes the movie more interesting when you're like, man, they're losing, man, they're losing. And when they win, you're like, yes, fuck, I thought they're going to lose again. Because you're expecting them to win all the time because the movie is supposed to be about them winning, right? So, I guess my takeaways are I wish they would have had Damson Idris's character a little more fleshed out, especially because this is his first big film after Snowfall. And I'm not saying that executives are going to see this movie and say, well, his character was boring, we're not going to cast him in anything else. But I wish they would have gave him a three-dimensional character like they did with Franklin Saint in Snowfall. It doesn't have to be that like worked on, but just, you know, don't make it just the young spunky kid. Give him a little bit more. And I wish they would have gotten along faster. And I just wish the film was a little shorter. But super dope film. I know it sounded like a lot of cons, but overall, very well made film. I dig it. At the first half of the film, I'm like, I like this more than Top Gun Maverick, but I think I like Top Gun Maverick more. The very biggest similarity between this and Top Gun Maverick, it is basically the same movie, by the way. What are you doing here, old man? You has been? Oh, I'm a has been, huh? Is that storyline. Old man comes in, does a bunch of corny scenes. The storyline isn't as strong as what you're going to see it for. Flying in Top Gun Maverick and racing in this. Also, if you're a NASCAR fan or a Formula One fan, you will appreciate this movie more than anyone because Brad Pitt's character isn't just a really, really good and fast driver. He's a smart driver that does tricks in order to make their team place. Tricks that I did not understand, that they tried to explain to you, but it was very hard to follow. Still followed it well enough to enjoy the film. So it is Poppin', and I'm going to give it a medium with butter. I know I give that a lot, but it was above average. I want to give it a large, but there were so many corny scenes that I was eventually rolling my eyes. Having said that, if we're judging on the racing scenes alone or the editing of the montages, I would absolutely give it a large. But all the corny scenes and the not well enough worked on character of Damson Idris, if they would have worked on him more, it would have been a large, but I'm giving it a medium with butter. Let me know what you think of the movie by commenting or just yelling at me in the streets. Or if you haven't seen the movie, watch Top Gun Maverick first, which I believe is on Paramount Plus, just so you can get the feel of what you're going to go see, and then go see F1 the movie in theaters right now.